again and throwing your cans across the room?
No, I just threw my pen and it just happened to bounce.
Is it because you have a little brain? And welcome everyone to episode 6 of Operation Otaku.
Oh, we started?
Yeah.
I had no idea. All they hear is the typing.
Yeah. So yeah, welcome everyone to episode 6. So yeah, we've got an interesting show for you this week, and also because the schedule has been a little bit mucked up, you might see 2 episodes in 1 week. I don't know. Me and Armin going over all the little details of it. I need to speak to him and everything like that properly, but we're trying to catch up on ourselves. Yes, an ice bucket challenge. That I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about that at the end of this, about something relating with me to do with that. So yeah, let's start our first news story here. So Nick, take it away.
Ruby, the Rooster Teeth anime, in parentheses, because every anime fan just loves bitching about that show, is heading to Japan.
Awesome.
So I personally, I know nothing about this, but yeah, again, I have noticed in the last 2 episodes we have been requested to talk about this.
Yeah, everybody was like, "You have to watch Ruby. You have to watch Ruby." I already watched the show, so yeah.
I've only seen clips, and I haven't seen like the whole show, so I can't really say anything. But on the animation side, I can say I don't like the cell animation, especially when it's not cell shaded. It's just the animation side of it, and apparently it's not getting a TV release. It's getting a DVD Blu-ray release in 2015. They didn't really have any of the Japanese voice actors announced yet, from what I saw.
Yeah, it does remind me of that video game 7. If anyone played that, the look of it.
Oh yeah. It kind of does.
Yeah, but yeah, so
it's from what I recall, it's being distributed by WB Japan, I think.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. This is the as they said, this is the first time an America-made anime has been marketed to Japan.
Yeah, but it's not really an anime, even though it's on Crunchyroll. But then it's made in America, and then everyone gets butthurt.
It's that weird thing, okay? It's that weird thing. They can't process that. Some directors and people who come up with the story who are American can make technically Japanese anime.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's
and then you get threatened to get cut at an anime convention when you say Legend of Korra is an anime.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, because Legend of Korra and then Aang the Last Airbender got a very anime feel to it. That's the thing, and art style. So it's something that, again, it's a changing factor. It's people still like the style, and apparently the American people are catching on to it, and they're making their own shows based off the art style,
which is lovely.
Well, it hasn't started there, obviously. It has been going on for a while. Like, Teen Titans was anime influenced. There are other shows also.
Samurai Jack.
Like, influenced by...
Yeah. So Jack, you can argue as well.
Yeah, and even one of the new Image comics that's coming out, Wayward, it's heavily influenced by a Japanese manga, and the art style referenced that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, definitely. So yeah, that's our little bit of news talking about Ruby. It's heading to Japan.
It's a good show.
It's good. I like it a lot.
Give a spiel about it.
Yeah.
Well, I think I do like the characters. I like the setting, and I like the story. Okay, but what I really like most about it is that even though you guys say like, oh, the animation's not that great, no, it actually is pretty good. I mean, in terms of the movements of the human body, like it does actually improve in the second season, but what I love most about the animation is, aside from the look of it, the complex fight scenes. I mean, the choreography is unbelievable, especially episode 8, where everyone had a role to play. I mean, and this was just passing a test. I mean, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they just did a fantastic job.
But it's Monty Oum. What do you expect? He made a Haloids and Dead Fantasy.
Yeah. Well, they were made.
Oh, and there's also the music. The music's also good, so
go
watch it.
But yeah, it's the series will be dubbed in Japanese and released on Blu-ray and DVD, like Tristan said, in 2015. The second season is currently underway as we speak. So
well, it's episodes 4 came out recently, so.
Well,
and you
mate.
anime hipsters, you can now watch it subbed while drinking your... What do anime hipsters drink?
Mountain Dew.
Those things that you push the marble down.
Coffee and tea.
Well, be
and
honest.
eat your Pockies.
Well, to be fair, Nick, you're probably the biggest weeaboo here, so you know. Just saying. So yeah, on to our next bit of news then.
Gundam Reconquista and G's third promo streamed.
Don't you mean Reconquista or?
I can't talk.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I'm the one who keeps fixing up everybody's pronunciation, so I'm sorry. I'm just very picky
Nick,
about
I'm
that.
going to fire you for your job if you can't get the name right.
Anyway, from what I see... What, Nick? What?
Well, at least I understand the greatness of Final Fantasy 13.
No, you don't.
we're not getting into that right now. But anyway, it's just been released that I think in late August, the first 3 episodes are going to have a theatrical release before their October release on TV.
This
is pretty cool.
Yeah, because it's getting released because it's celebrating 30 years of Gundam, isn't it?
35, actually.
35.
30, yeah, and in Tokyo, there's going to be a 3D projection of a Gundam.
Yeah.
Full scale.
Isn't there like a giant statue of a working Gundam in Japan anyway?
Yeah, I think it's in one of the, I think it's in one of their music parks.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure where, but I know it's in one of the music parks.
The trailer looks good and everything, and I like the designs of the human characters, and they actually, I don't know, look presentable while they're actually in their mechs.
Speaking of mechs, Funimation, where's my release of Evangelion 3.3?
Oh, shut up. Also, I do like the look of the new robots as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is this one Gundam sentient? Because from the synopsis, it's saying that this Gundam chose the main character for some reason, because it was actually searching for him.
I think it might have an advanced AI in some sort of sense, so a bit like So with the Enders, I would think.
Okay, because also with this Gundam news, what is it, Nick? That one Gundam show where it was they're toys instead.
Oh, Gundam Build Fighters, which
it's getting a second season. It's basically, if you watch the first season, it's just the Gundams are actually models, but they're toys also because you can fight with them.
They kind of make it meta-like, but not really meta, but still meta.
Yeah, and they make little references to old other Gundam shows because their Gundams are actual models in this show.
Yep.
Oh, there are appearances from, like, classic Gundams all the way to Gundam AGEs.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. This show should be appearing sometime not long, it's not far off, for being released.
Well, actually, both the shows are being released this year in October.
Yeah, so literally not long at all.
I can't wait. It got me interested to watch both the shows.
In October, the new Gundam show will be on Japanese television. So if it's released in October, we're probably going to get some time next year, I would say, probably in the summer. Probably here in the Western audiences areas. So yeah, on to our next bit of news.
Frozen Home Video top Spirited Away as matches itself to a million.
Everyone lost their shit over this.
Okay, let me be clear about something. Spirited Away is an outstanding film. Frozen is an outstanding film. Get over it.
Guys, you gotta let it go.
It's the same. Yeah.
I hate Frozen.
Let it go. Let it go.
You're going to get us hit with the copyright strike.
Carlton, do you want to build a snowman?
I hate Frozen. That's all I need to say about it.
Frozen is a fantastic film.
Oh, God.
And no, I'm not just doing it because it's popular. I love the characters. I love the storytelling approach. The animation is some of the best that Disney's done for a long time. And you can't just say like, oh, this film is Ghibli, so therefore it's better than Disney. You can't just say that.
That's not what I'm saying. I didn't like Frozen. I found it boring.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I can understand like how people were like were annoyed about the popularity and everything, and some people talk about the writing. Honestly, I didn't see that. Like they're mentioning these plot holes and stuff. I don't really believe that's the case. But if you really don't like Frozen, that's totally fine. But I'm not gonna say the whole thing about Frozen is totally sucks and therefore I don't know, Spirited Away. Geesh. It's
The
just
thing
annoying.
is, how long Spirit Away's been out, and this came out last year, and it already sold more.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Well, I mean,
I give them props for that.
Yeah, because this Disney film has also hold the record of being number of copies sold on the first day as well in a week. So it sold more copies in a day than any other DVD, which is mind blowing. Again, I think we got a little fill in basically upsetting people who like Frozen or don't like Frozen. So comment down the area you want to bash us over that. So
Really, I mean,
also, do you want to build a snowman?
Do you want to build a snowman?
Well, again, copyright strike.
Well, the thing
don't
is
need it.
that the first time Spirit Away was 30 years ago, the film box office earning top 25 billion yen in Japan. But yet again, this film did ridiculously well in Japan. It got a large fan base following out there. Frozen home video release sold 2 million copies in Japan. So on to our next bit of news.
On to news that pisses Carlton off to news that will make Carlton really sad inside. Hunter x Hunter anime production wraps up.
Lulz.
How has this happened to me?
It's a great series. You guys need to watch it.
I'm on like episode 6.
No, lulz.
Like a quick synopsis of it.
Also, do you pronounce the X in Hunter x Hunter?
Really?
I just say Hunter, yeah. You don't have to say the X. Well, it's pretty much about the main character, Gon Freeze. He's looking for his dad because his dad's a piece of shit, and he left him with his aunt, and just went off and to do some fun stuff. So now Gon is looking for his dad, so he becomes a hunter. They're pretty much like the ninjas in Naruto, those spirit hunters in Bleach. It's just pretty much like that.
Okay.
And they go through some crazy shit. A lot of deaths, a lot of beautiful animation. It's a great story.
And a lot of memes of characters crying.
Yep.
So this
just happened recently because everyone's dying.
So this has a very big eye footage. So is the manga finishing, or is this just the animation show?
Okay, I'm about to get on to that. This anime, I actually would like the ending because this is where it's going to end, where he took his 2-year hiatus. And he actually left it at a good spot.
Yeah.
So you won't leave sad. Like, they didn't ruin it for anything. But the manga, it is going crazy right now. It's opening like a whole new world.
Yeah, after so
new
many hiatuses. Lulz.
Well, this is what I mean. It's just at the moment. So what you're saying is that it's going on high. The manga's going on.
The manga's going on strong right now.
Yeah.
He just started back in June.
Okay, so
we could have like a short hiatus for a year.
I'm guessing we're gonna have like a fairy tale thing where they canceled it and then retooled it like a year and a half later.
Yeah. That's what I hope.
I say give it a year and just let the manga get ahead of itself for over a year and then start the animation back up again.
Yeah.
Hey, at least it's not doing Bleach filler.
Oh God.
Unless he's gonna do another hiatus. Yeah. He loves his hiatuses.
Yeah, a lot.
Also married to Sailor Moon.
It could be worse. It could. The whole manga could end on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah. No proper conclusion.
Yeah.
Rosaria plus Vampire, season 2.
Spawn the manga, Shaman King. The list goes on. But yeah, that's Hunter VX. Animation is going to wrap up soon, and it's probably going to go on a hiatus.
No, it's already wrapped up. The final episodes are airing on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, but are those the dub versions?
Oh yeah,
sub version.
No, there's a sub version. They haven't been dubbed yet.
Yeah, they're ending on episode 148.
So it's not ending for the Western audiences properly yet.
No, it hasn't even been dubbed yet.
It hasn't been dubbed, really?
They just finished recording everything.
Oh shit! Oh yeah.
Oh.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, it's order online. Hey, we'll dub it for you, but then spend $80 for 8 episodes.
Or Sentai films where they won't even dub it at all.
Okay, this conversation just got awkward. So move on to the next bit of news.
For every horror fan out there, prepare to gush, or you've already heard about it, so you're already gushing. Hideo Kojima, Guillermo del Toro to helm with Silent Hills, a video game starring Walking Dead Norman Reedus.
Because he has his crossbow.
Yeah.
Dude,
he has his crossbow.
I want Daryl to have his career spur.
Well,
but it's cool. I played it. Did you play it, Tom?
I played it on my brother's PlayStation 4. I really enjoyed it. I thought it had some very good moments, and I can't. It's a good teaser. But yeah, again, I got to say that little webcomic that was made on it was brilliant, though. Have you seen it?
Oh no, I saw that. They haven't gotten to it yet because I know they made it. I know they made a webcomic to it. But
it's really funny. The webcomic. It's just a parody of it. Saying, "You don't bloody scare me," and "Come on, you stupid baby, cry in the sink." and that made me laugh and stuff like that.
Yeah, it brought back the horror from the Silent Hill franchise because basically you were just armed with a flashlight and you just had puzzles and you felt really for me with all this idol and no one else is there, it just made you feel alone. And then with like if you couldn't solve a puzzle in the house, it was just an infinite loop, so it made you get frustrated and go and just go off the walls
just like classic Silent Hill.
Yeah, so if you can't solve a puzzle, it's just an infinite loop until you can do it.
I think this is good because Hideo Kojima, he's very good with psychology and thriller. Yeah. Basically, he's good at writing characters, and it's psychology-wise, basically really messed up characters, really stinky characters you can remember, stuff like. You just have to look at the characters that he has had in the Metal Gear Solid franchise over the years, like Psycho Mantis, the Fury, the End. Oh God, what's his name? The guy the ghost that you fight in Metal Gear Solid 3. Faith.
Survivor Ocelot.
No.
Casper.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. I think he was just called like Ghost.
That's when you've got these very good psycho and Guillermo del Toro. He's very, very well known for doing like Hellboy and stuff, Hellboy 2 and stuff
go
like
watch
that.
The Strain.
Oh yeah, Guillermo del Toro. He did Devil's Backbone and his most famous work, Pan's Labyrinth. He can do very well.
He's a very creative monster designer. So you basically got the psychologist and the monster designer. This sounds like it's going to be a good game.
Shit. Yeah, it's just...
You just need the gameplay. That's all you need. And the trailer delivered on the gameplay.
Guillermo del Toro is really good at working with the specific genre. Like, for example, Devil's Backbone, horror. He was very good with Pacific Rim, which was in homage to the whole anime mecha genre. And Pan's Labyrinth, obviously, was an homage to fairy tales. Yep. So I think he can do fantastic here.
Yo, fuck that big red radio, though.
Kojima they are using his Fox engine, so this is one of the most lifelike. And I guess
it was the Fox. Was that the Fox engine?
Yeah, they're using the Fox engine.
So this is probably the first time we actually seen it playable outside Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes.
Okay, I got a question though. Why was this free and Ground Zero was $30?
Oh, Nick,
shut up about that right now.
Nick, we're not getting into this.
But anyways, it's just really good. You get the atmosphere of the game. You're alone, and they don't really tell you really what to do. It's follow and solve things.
Yeah, that's the thing I like. It didn't hold your hand. It felt like a very classic game. It's like didn't hold your hand. It just like threw you in the deep end. It's like, right, go and swim.
Yeah, that's what I like too. It's basically you can see things that are dangerous. You don't want to go over there, but that's part of the things that you're gonna have to go and figure out.
So the one thing that everyone went mad about when they finished the game, you find out you're playing out, and that's the Walking Dead's Norman Reedus, actor from The Walking Dead.
He's the only good character on that show.
Yeah, I know.
That show sucks.
He's most likely playing the main protagonist of Silent Hills because they don't tell us why is it called Silent Hills instead of Silent Hill.
Do you think this is going to be a reboot?
I would love
either a reboot or from what I saw, it had a whole bunch of the play on parallel dimensions because everything when you're going through towards the end of the trailer, everything was freaking out and then it was just warping and everything.
I had that feeling as well. So
and there was a couple lines in there about you think the only you is you.
Yeah, but again, I think this is a game franchise that needs a reboot, to be honest, because it got very silly and weird recently.
Retcon it after Silent Hill 4.
But the joke endings are fun.
Yeah, the joke. They have
I
to
hope
be.
they keep the joke endings.
They have to be a
I
dog
want to see
ending.
Norman Reedus versus an alien.
No. Yeah, I was just about to say that there has to be a UFO ending and a dog ending.
Oh God! Just imagine how realistic the UFO ending is gonna be.
Good. It has to be brilliant if the alien just turned out to be the aliens from the Alien film. Duck chicks.
What?
Someone's going to get sued. But anyway, if you have a PS4, go play it. And if you don't have a PS4, be sure to check out Armin and Sean's stream of it.
Yeah, which is up on YouTube at the moment, so go and find them.
Right,
Shameless plugging.
Yeah, well, one more thing before we go. It's the next topic. It's that people were kind of clamoring to Kojima and Del Toro about how come they want to play it, but they don't have a PlayStation 4.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, because this is exclusive to the PlayStation 4. It's not coming to PlayStation 3 or the previous gen, isn't it?
Yeah, no. Right now, all they know is that Silent Hills is confirmed for PlayStation 4, but they're not sure about Xbox One yet.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a next gen game. I think they're doing this at the moment to try to get more people to buy the current gen console. Even though the PlayStation 4 has been the only good selling new generation console.
Yeah. And Nick, what's the next article if we have one?
Next article: Tale of Princess Kaguya official U.S. trailer release.
Yes.
Gosh.
So, Danny, you go on this because this is the news article you found.
Oh, with pleasure. Well, I am super hyped about this film, not just because it's a Ghibli film, but because it's an adaptation of perhaps the most famous fairy tale in Japan. Because it's either called Kaguya Hime, which means Princess Kaguya, or they call it the Tale of the Bamboo Cutter. And basically, it's the story of this old bamboo cutter who lives with his wife in the countryside, I guess. And one day he opens a glowing bamboo stick, and he finds a little girl inside. So he and his wife, who never had a child, they decide to take care of her. And it turns out that she's the Princess of the Moon who got sent to Earth. There are many stories to explain why she ended up on Earth, but one of the tales is that they say that she got punished for some reason. But in this one, based on the Japanese trailer, it seems like they're going to explain her past and how she got punished in the first place. And I don't know. The trailer for the U.S. it just shows her just one aspect of the story. It doesn't really tell what's going on. So. But I'm really hyped about this. The art style is beautiful with the whole watercolor mixed with all the Japanese ink kind of style. I mean, it just looks stunning, and I am super hyped about this film. Mm-hmm. It's a fairy tale I grew up with, and I think Ghibli will do a fantastic job adapting it. And from what I can tell, it did fantastically.
It looks good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see it. I don't know what Carl.
Really, I think it'll be a good way to introduce this fairy tale to audiences. I guess to Western audiences. I mean, Spirited Away sort of had a little bit of Japanese folklore involved in some of it. Like, for example, some of the spirits were very similar to what you see in a Japanese textbook, and in terms of Shintoism and spirituality. But Kaguya Hime is an actual fairy tale. So I guess it'll be a very good way to introduce a new fairy tale to Western audiences.
Yeah, I'm
a sucker for fairy tales, so.
Yeah, I definitely know that. So so this Ghibli's film's coming over to US release. It should be good. It should be interesting. On some sort of note. So that's our news for this episode. We managed to get through the news quite quickly this time round. And welcome to our review section now, when we are going to talk about Spirited Away.
I'm having a serious case of deja vu.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I feel like we've done this before. So Spirited Away. We decided to do this film because why not? It's a fantastic film. So I'm going to let you guys.
We didn't screw up anything else.
No.
And also, it goes in with our earlier news that Frozen beat it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because Frozen is the superior movie.
So
yes, it is.
I'm going.
Dude, it's like apple and oranges. Stop it.
No, I'm just trying to get a rise out of people in the comments.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, let's leave it for the comments.
Okay, people, if you want to feel happier about this, just imagine Nick was one of the pigs in Spirited Away. You'll feel a lot better.
Yes, exactly. So, Spirited Away. I liked it. Really good.
I love this film.
Yeah.
I think it was cool. I wish Toonami would show it again. It would probably gain a lot of viewership again, because it usually does. When they did, was it Miyazaki month? That was pretty cool.
I think it really captures the whole theme of coming of age and everything like that, you know? With the kid and everything like that. I thought that was very well done. It had some
Miyazaki's very good at that.
Yeah. It had some really good touchy moments and everything like that. And also, it's about growth of oneself and everything like that. It really had that sort of thing. And also, it really showed the tradition, basically how Japan as a culture should respect their honours and traditions in some sort of sense as well, which I did notice quite funny. There's a lot of Japanese culture in this sort of thing, which I noticed with the bathtubs, the traditions, with the food and everything like that. And it was done really well. Right.
Well, I do know that this film does have a lot of Shintoism and a lot of messages about spirituality, because this is probably Miyazaki. What he's really fantastic at doing is he talks about fairy tale and fantastical themes, but he uses that in order to tell an even more grounded theme. And I guess the spirituality aspect has to do with us trying to not. He doesn't want people to take for granted our relationship with nature or our relationship with spirituality. So yeah, and this is coming from a child this film was a very like Tom said, this is a fantastic film about growing up. The whole aspect is a metaphor of growing up, because Chihiro, in order to survive, she has to get a job in this world, in the spiritual world, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And it does sort of reflect our greed in a certain way.
Oh yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Weren't the pigs supposed to be like Americans or something?
Yeah.
I remember hearing that from somewhere.
Yeah,
really?
Japanese burst a comedy bubble as well. The parents supposed to be gluttonous, transformed into pigs to reach the fans. It was basically it's something to do with Japanese culture and fable, with the reason why they got turned into pigs.
Yeah. Well, and I know that Miyazaki has a thing for pigs. It appears a lot in his film. Porco Rosso, for example, does appear in Princess Mononoke, and yeah. And it appears here again.
Well, this one
he just has a fascination for it.
Well, this is one of his best pieces of work, because it won the Academy Award for Best Animation Feature in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't blame it at all. It's a fantastic piece of work. And this is actually, funny enough, Spirited Away is the second film ever to win the award for Best Animation Feature, which, again, mind-blowing.
Well, it started around that year when he...
the first ever film that won the Academy Award for Best Feature film. Right? Yeah, Shrek, 2001.
Because that's when it started, the animation awards. Yeah, well, like I said before in the first podcast, Princess Mononoke is my favorite of Miyazaki's work, and I think it's still his best work. And but I still understand why Spirited Away is also considered his ultimate masterpiece. I mean, for one thing, the animation and the environment is probably the best he's done so far, and Chihiro she has the most realistic animation in terms of a kid. I mean, she's not perfect in movement. She has these very awkward positions, and overall, she is the most developed of all his characters. The best character, actually.
I got to say, Spirit World's design is astonishing. It captures the Japanese culture very well. It's also the designs for the monsters and the creatures and everything else is amazing. I think
most of it is based on Japanese folklore, but some of these designs are like, for example, the giant baby is actually reflecting Kintaro, Golden Boy, or something like that. But by the way, Kohaku, the dragon, is actually Miyazaki's own design. So.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. Don't make that mistake, but you know what I mean.
Has anyone else got anything else to say about Spirited Away?
It's a really good movie.
It's the problem is with this, it's so hard to try to find a fault with this film because it is so well made. For anyone who ever, again, this has appeared on a lot of lists, and I'm not joking. It appeared on the BFI list of 50 films you should see before you die. And I recommend anyone who had not seen this film go and watch it. It's critically acclaimed. Yeah. It's won awards, and it's did well at the box office initial release. So I think a Blu-ray release is finally getting released for this soon. So we're going to get that in the Western orders to look forward to.
This is usually the... Who was that?
That was Nick.
Me.
This is usually the film that people start out. This is one of the gateway drugs for anime fans. They start out with Spirited Away, or basically, in order to become an anime fan, they have to watch an anime first and to introduce themselves to the anime. Either it can be something like Cowboy Bebop or Fullmetal Alchemist, or Death Note usually. But they say watch a Ghibli film first because it's so accessible to Western audiences. What I do say that in my case, I grew up with Miyazaki films already, but the first time I saw Spirited Away, it took me a while to really appreciate it, but over time, I did actually learn to love this film, and I gradually loved the film. I don't know if people had the same reaction, but it will depend. Either you'll love it immediately or you won't. So, but most people love it. So, and I love this film. So, yeah.
So yeah, there you go. Anyone else got anything to add to it?
We're basically telling you to go watch a movie that everyone else tells you to go and watch.
Exactly. So yeah, that has been our review segment. So again, thank you guys for watching. This is going to be a very hectic episode to edit. I'm just going to point that out there right now. But yeah, thank you for watching, everything like that. So you guys want to plug anything, go right ahead. Or if not, just say your goodbyes.
Later, Space Cowboys.
Damn it, Carlton! Quit mentioning Bebop!
Stay gold. Bang.
All right.
So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, see you next time. Take care.